That's a terror. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm in the I'm in the zone. Which zone? I don't know. One of them. I'm in a zone where things occur. Coming home. Oh yeah, nice. I am buying an enchanted elytra off of, Solstice. Is my audio working? Check 1, check 2, check 3, check 4, check 5. Bingo. What? Cause, well, in the last episode, them losing a bunch of elytra and such, you know. I don't fucking feel like enchanting shit. I just don't. They had a bunch of they have many extra elytras now, and I can spend some money to buy it around the enchanted one, which is worth it for us, for me. Yeah, you know, for Maggie and I. Anywho, as you may see, I've changed. One thing I've not done a lot since the last stream, but I did a little bit last night, in which I have I've adjusted my you know, whatchamacallit. I've adjusted the lighting in here. I forgot what I was talking about for a second, so I had to readjust. But the lighting in here is now such that there's not just torches all over the ground. There's lighting mostly on the walls. It looks good. And the most important part of this is that it kind of glows out. As you can see, if you walk out here, you got the sort of light emanating from the church, which I think is very, very vital and important stuff. I've did some lighting here. I installed a mod that lets me see light levels on stuff. I think the mod also does some other stuff that would be more cheating, but I don't know how to use any of that, so I've just been using light levels. It's called Mini HUD. It might do some things that are sort of not kosher. I don't know. I've only used it for the light level though, so yeah. But yeah, all I've done is this. And I guess it tells me my chords and which direction I'm facing, which is just, so you can just get that off the F3 menu. I mean, really, all this information, at least, is all stuff that's in the F3 menu, but it's just difficult to access. Like, you can find light levels in individual blocks by looking at it with the F3 menu, but this gives you sort of a grid. But yeah, I use this to make sure nothing spawns here. Oh, I've also put some lanterns up in the mast of the ship to make sure no mobs spawn up there anymore, but also in a way that's not going to look bad, because I think I put some torches up there a bit ago that looked bad. So now we've got lanterns, because lanterns look good. And boy do they. I like lanterns. Big lantern enjoyer here. So the plan for today is I kind of want to keep working on the church, which I didn't want to do before now, but now that I've finished this section, I'm like, ooh, church, more church. But no. So I'm going to do a classic tradition in church building, as I was reminded by Charlie, or I don't know why I always want to say like a sh. Well, that I do actually know why. But anyway, she mentioned that it is it's classic old medieval church tradition for sometimes some parts of the church to remain unfinished for simply decades. Because they just run out of money. So you build most of the church and then you're like, we don't really have the money for the spire, so we're just gonna kind of leave that off for a bit. And then a new architect comes out later as like, hey, I want to do a different spire. So that's what we're gonna say is happening here, because like, I don't know, I'm thinking more glass. I'm thinking like big, like there's a bit at the top of this that you can't quite see, but it does like a big glassy thing, and I think just running with that might be the vibe. Kind of a big. I'm thinking big octagon. We're gonna have blue glass in the center and orange glass on the corners, essentially. I mean, in the diagonals, and then some big pillars there. I'm thinking probably deep slate, maybe basalt though, because I do fuck with basalt. Part of the thing, I wanted to use basalt in this build because I really like basalt, but basalt was very good. For 1.16, it was my favorite 1.16 block, and then deep slate happened. And deep slate. And tough, frankly, tough also, With the palette of Deep Slate and Tough, you can do basically everything you can do with Basalt, but just better. I'm willing... I don't know. So I'll be purchasing some elytra. Sure, yeah, man, whatever the fuck, man, yeah. Yeah, man, why? Yeah, why? Yeah, why not? Yeah, what? Alright, I'm gonna put 16 diamond blocks in the ender chest, because I realized I haven't done that, and that's kind of a mistake on my part. We do need an ender chest spawn. Are there ender chests at spawn? There really should be. Like, that's definitely something we should do. Did I lose a shulker? Because there was a shulker that was here, and I picked it up to do something, and I put it somewhere. This one's empty. I'll take an empty shulker, actually, that's pretty useful for me. Okay, so what I guess I should do... Oh, fuck, we're low on food again. I mean, I can just... We do have, like, the stuff to make, like, a billion bread, just sort of at all times, so maybe I should just do that. Anyway, I love sorting, don't you guys? Don't you love sorting? Alright, we are... Jesus Christ. We're making money, alright? We're making some cash. It's positive cash flow time. Because, like, we get money from mining. Maggie actually got a good amount from mining a couple days ago. I mean, as you saw, we have over a stack of diamond blocks now. Which at the time I would have thought would have made us the richest person on the server. It's you know, it's hard to measure. Diamonds are a decent measure, though. Anyhow, I need to not leave. Jesus Christ. I should make a stone Oh, I have you muted. Oh, I see. Sorry. Whoopsie. Yes. Sorry. I didn't know you joined the channel. It didn't do the, like, boing noise when you joined. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I apologize.
Good. So, I have an important question.
Yes.
Would you like to purchase an elytra? Or two?
Well, what would the prices be?
The 36 and probably 36 again.
Okay. I do have one elytra already. It's just that I haven't bothered to enchant it because I'm lazy.
Well, you could also pay me to enchant that.
Hmm.
Or just give me the elytra and I give you the...
I have two, but just neither are enchanted.
Well, I could give you elytra and you give me those.
Would there be a discount involved if I gave you the unenchanted? Yeah?
Realistically, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Actually very helpful.
I have one undamaged elytra, one slightly damaged but like mostly fine elytra.
I'm gonna enchant them right away. So.
Yeah. So if I give you these two unenchanted elytra, what's the price for two enchanted?
So. Well, I was gonna say 16 to go enchant one. But maybe a little more than that, like, I don't know, somewhere from 30 to 40 range.
Wait, 30 to, what do you mean? For 30 for both?
Yeah, like,
okay, how's 20 per sound? Because 30 wouldn't be right because that would be 15, which would actually be less. But 40 for both?
Yeah.
Okay, here's 40 diamonds, and here's two unenchanted elytra.
Okay.
Pleasure doing business.
I just got back from getting a ton of elytra, and was considering the fact that I might need more. I do not need more anymore, so
nice!
Thanks. Finally, I had an end adventure that went well.
Good. The ones that were going bad seemed like they were going pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, even the getting back to the
stone cut. Yeah. Iron. I need one iron, which is over here. Here we are.
I have decided to give you a gift right now.
Oh, thank you.
Since you mentioned it, and I just got a random stack of iron.
I have plenty of iron. I was just couldn't find it in my inventory.
I know. I honestly want it out of my inventory.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take free iron. We don't have a supply of it, technically speaking. We have a decent amount in storage, but we don't. All the iron we get at the moment is from mining. So.
I have a supply.
I know. We will eventually have a supply, probably. But frankly, this is a lot of iron. I mean.
Let me know if you need just randomly enchanted diamond tools from at the end. Because got a lot of those.
I mean, I wouldn't say no. I would not say no.
Do you want just a box of random diamond tools and armor for a price? I'll make sure it's not like cursed, but
I like to spend. You know, I'm of the, what kind? I don't know. I like spending money to get things because we have money, so we might as well spend it.
Well, I can sell you like well enchanted gear.
Okay.
Because I have a lot of enchanting and a lot of randomly enchanted gear.
Well, that's fortunate then. That's a good I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm about to head off to spawn and work on some shops and such.
I am considering what I want to work on. Because I could work on my new base, I could work on my tree, or I could work on Ponzi scheme.
Ah. I'm building a second boat. Goddamn slimes! God fucking damn it.
What is happening?
There's just slimes keep spawning in my fucking church. Oh yeah, what do you think of the now finished church? I mean, you saw it on stream, but
I saw it on stream. I should come look at it actually in person.
I mean, yeah, it's I added a little bit after the end of the stream. I might have, yeah, I guess, yeah. This is, I just put like a little like catwalk up top. I should show that off a little bit though. It's not really done yet, but proof of concept.
Sorry, just had to bludgeon a gas to death real quick.
I've got this danger area. Where'd my chest plate go? Did I break my... I keep letting my armor get broken, and it's really not good.
Do you want to be sold diamond gear?
Probably, like, it's probably a good investment.
I could either get you well enchanted stuff at a high price, or okay enchanted stuff at a lower price.
We've got cash.
Okay.
I've got money.
Would you like the stuff I have on my armor? Just generally the good stuff?
Yeah, I like the things that are good. Yeah, the good enchants are good, yeah.
Yeah, generally, beneficial things are beneficial.
Uh-huh. Oh, these are the attack fireworks. Here's my non-attack fireworks. There we are.
Oh yeah, that's helpful to have.
Yeah. I forgot that I had those. I should fit. I also, my ranged weaponry's lacking.
I'm so sad, the fish is gone.
The fish? No, he's just moved. La Postancive has just moved, okay?
Oh, where is he?
He's moved to the southern... Nope, northern? No, wait, no. Hang on. Which side is that? That's, the eastern wing.
Wait, so... Oh.
Look.
Wait, where? Oh, there he is.
Yes, he just moved.
Let's go. So glad to see.
He's probably going to be more of an armor stand-based thing eventually, but... Ah! The slimes that keep spawning in here are just so annoying. It's fine. If I die, I die. It's fine.
So yeah, very nice in here.
Mm-hmm. I really like what I've done with the lighting.
Yeah, it is quite good. I like the lanterns. Lanterns are probably my favorite light source.
Yeah, they're so nice. I have like 20 lanterns on me right now.
I have gotten a lot of lanterns from villager trades.
Oh, I've just been making them because they're not that expensive.
Yeah, but when you can just buy them to level up your librarian.
That's true. That's true.
Real nice. And I am out of food. Dang.
Damn. You want some what food sources can I offer you that are? I could offer you some bread for free. I could.
I just want something real quick to get me back to my base.
Yeah, you want like half a stack of bread? Here's 20 bread. The animals are too loud. I need to turn the animals down. The animals are really loud. Wow.
So essentially, I'm eliminating the monopoly.
Nice, nice.
Because, you know the price I was offering for the enchanted elytra?
Mm-hmm.
36 diamonds?
Yeah.
Zucchini is selling non-enchanted elytra for 32.
I did pay that.
I have paid it multiple times,
Mm-hmm.
but we ignore that.
Yeah.
Because it all was beneficial in the end.
Huh?
I said because it was all beneficial in the end.
Wait, I do you know if there's any ender chests at spawn as is?
I'm about to make an ender chest. I can just put it at spawn before.
I feel like we a general thing with like diamonds as currency, you want to have ender chests at shops so people can, you know, use the ATM.
Notably, the Ponzi scheme, I am going to have everyone put their diamonds in ender chests.
Yeah,
I'm going to have ender chests accessible to take out their diamonds.
What does an ender chest cost? And do I have the things to make one on me? Or around? No, probably not. I really...
Yeah, it's a list. You need blaze,
yeah,
powder or rod, eyes, and just obsidian.
yeah. I don't have blaze powder.
Yeah, that's...
Or ender pearls. Actually, I don't keep either of those around. I probably should. I mean, it would be nice, but it's a pain. Every time I need blaze powder for something, I have to fucking go to the nether and rummage for it.
Yeah, the blaze powder is why I can't make an ender chest right now.
Yeah. Should make a blaze farm, but I don't want to.
Yeah, that seems pretty... Yeah, no. People don't seem to want to do that.
Yeah, which is why the people things people don't want to do, you can do, and then you can charge a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that you do have to do them is the downside.
Yeah, I just generally don't want to.
Yeah, like I don't want to. If I could, I would be rewarded a lot, because people would.
You need blaze powder enough that going to the nether every so often is a pain.
Yeah, though, the one thing is I often find myself doing redstone and being like, huh, copper bulb would fit great here.
Oh, I have never used that block in my life.
Copper bulbs are lovely. They're a great redstone component.
Okay.
Huh? I need to turn my game volume down more, because you're very quiet. What was that?
I do very limited redstone, so...
I like redstone. Should I try nether flying, or am I gonna die?
You can, you just have to be careful and smart.
I'm not neither of those things by tradition.
Yeah. I have definitely rubbed my
Ah!
head against the nether ceiling too hard a couple times.
Well, actually, right now I'm kind of flying down the center of my road. Hello, Ori. Ori's in chat. Hello.
Ah.
Steve. I'm trying to. After the stream, I was shown Le Post on Steve the video,
Oh.
so I get it now. I have like either the It's Always Sunny scene of Danny DeVito seeing Mac dance and like I get it now. I have that reaction. I don't know if you get that at all, but someone will. Someone will get that.
I mean, I know enough about it, so.
Oh yeah, but there's one specific meme.
I haven't seen that specifically, but I comprehend.
It's Dan DeVito, like, tears in his eyes, like, staring up, saying, I get it now. Oh, I like the supports on the boat here. Good, nice. That's nice, Ori. That's nice. That's good shit. Like, yeah, that's...
Yeah, they've been doing a lot on the
Shit, this is nice. On this is like a dock. Is very nice. Very ramshackle. Very... This looks less like a... I feel like you said this was supposed to be the boiler, but this actually looks like more like the engine, though. This looks like a crankshaft, and this looks like that piston housing. I think. This looks more like the actual like triple expansion engine.
I am bringing an ender chest to spawn.
Yeah, I think spawn needs ender chest.
I do genuinely need one there myself.
Mm.
So,
You should make an ATM and charge like a withdrawal fee. That'd be really funny. I don't think it could be like practically achieved, but it would be funny.
it would be funny, but also no.
And it would be very mythical bank. It would be very bank coded behavior.
Yeah, but the mythical bank of childhood is very limited when it comes to banking.
Mm.
Normal banking. Normal banking of childhood.
But Ponzi schemes are allowed.
Well, that's part of the subsidiary.
Right.
Of course.
Oh, and that the I think this was here before, but the use of all these different... Is that stripped jungle? No, stripped...
What? What are you talking
I'm looking at the... That's stripped acacia?
What color is it?
Kind of a orange-ish, but like not bright orange like acacia. I'm sure they won't mind if I just break that and put it back real quick. Yes, it was acacia. All right, now time to go build the factory. Factory? I don't know Dutch yet. I'm still... What?
You gonna work on that?
Dutch? Yeah, I worked on it a little bit freshman year of college. I did some Duolingo. But I'm planning on getting back to it, especially, kind of in response to the political climate a little bit. Like, if things get bad here, my current plan is that, like, if I learn the language and, like, look, if Maggie and I both have, engineering degrees, we can probably make Europe work. Yeah. You're so quiet.
I don't know what to tell you. I've tried.
I know. It's... Why is this vine just floating?
The floating vine?
There's a floating vine.
Oh my god. I hate zucchini sop.
Hate the what?
Zucchini sop? There's a giant hole in the desert next to it because a creeper blew up directly next to the random group of blocks.
Yeah, it's just kind of nowhere, and there's no lighting anywhere. None of this area is lit up. Actually, I know torch spam is ugly, but I'd rather torch spam than mob assaults all the time, so.
But that shop is going to cease existing from a creeper explosion sooner rather
I
than
think
later.
the hole next to it, that might have been me. I don't know.
Doesn't matter. It's part of where the shop is located and how it was built.
It's in the middle of nowhere with no lighting, and it's outside.
Technically, there is one torch on it.
Oh yeah, it makes a whole world of difference.
Yeah. What price is he selling shulker shells at? Hmm. 4 diamonds. 4 diamonds for 8 shells.
But
Nice.
lighting up some stuff.
Would you like shulker shells at half that price?
I'd pay. Yeah, I'd pay half that for shulker shells. Frankly, I'd pay that for shulker shells, but I'd pay half for sure.
Well, I want people to have less reason to pay that shop. I'm
Mm.
not a fan of the.
Solstice, I have a question. Just a random thing of opinion.
Yeah.
If I built like right here ish a new kind of something inspired by the sandcastle, but a little bit more decorative, more detailing, with some sandstone of that as like the spawn entrance portal room, do you think that would be good?
You'd be changing where the portal is?
Like a couple feet, yeah. But like we can't really build a portal room around where it is right now because it's like up against the castle. But I don't want to. But like just moving it over here a little bit, right? And
Yeah,
then
the
build.
question is just, will it mess with the location in the nether?
Probably not. But if it does, that's fixable. It's
Yeah.
not. Hmm?
I personally think it'd be fine.
Like if it does mess with the location in the nether, we can just move the nether hookup to the right by like one block, and we'll be chill. Um,
Yeah.
I think I don't know. There's some math involved. It's not that hard, but I don't know it. You just kind of you take the chord, you divide by 8, I believe,
Yeah, something like that.
something like that. All right. How do I want to do this? I'm gonna get rid of this.
So much stuff
Huh?
on the boat. Just looking at the boat progress.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good.
It is. Yeah.
All right.
It is also highly expensive, though. They
What
never
the?
mentioned it being a material sink.
Yeah, it does seem
So
like
many
it's
different
consuming a lot of things.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go enchant more Elytra.
All right. Oh, the use of the smokestack as a hallway there. That's sick. That's nice. That's nice shit.
Also, I'm gonna look at my diamond armor to see.
This rules. Okay. Huh. All right. Morcade. How are we gonna do the Morcade? Whatchamacallit? Factory. Hey. IJ.
So, how much would you be willing to pay for a full set of well enchanted diamond armor?
I don't know, man. I don't know how much things are worth.
Yeah, I'm considering doing like just a chest with 4 sets of diamond armor where you get to pick one of each part of the set. for like 20, and maybe like
What do you mean?
like just the random stuff I found in the end with random enchants,
Mm-hmm.
or thinking like full well enchanted set for maybe like 40.
That's...
It's expensive. I don't know.
I don't know, that seems... Everything seems reasonable to me, because I've never not had enough money to buy anything that I've seen around on the server. So anytime someone says a price for something, I'm like, yeah, sure, that sounds fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I just have a decent amount. All right, how the fuck do I want to do this? So I guess what I want to start with is the like dock, because we're gonna want docks. Probably keep with the aesthetic of the. Do I want to do? Do I want to? Because I like doing when I do builds, like kind of working with the like local materials. You know what I mean?
Yeah, makes sense.
It's because it's just fun. It's something I like to do because it's like, oh, this how buildings look adapts to the environment in which they're built in generally.
Yeah.
And just like, you know, if I'm building in the jungle, I want to try to use jungle wood. Yeah, is the vibe. But I also don't terribly like jungle wood. it's a decent wood, but it's yeah. How the fuck do I want to do? I could do bamboo. I could do bamboo docks. I could do, yeah. That actually, I think mosaic bamboo, which I didn't bring any of, but I have like a billion I can go get. That has dock vibe, I think. And I mean, this specific segment isn't bamboo jungle, but there's some bamboo jungle up here, so that's local enough. But it's actually not, because I am importing the bamboo from back home. But again, that's a cheap material from home. Also, but yeah. Anyway, hello.
You should probably need.
Yep. I was working on it. Hello.
Solstice, you might as well just leave the call. Oh no, because then you couldn't hear.
Yeah,
you might as well just mute yourself.
He does need to be able to
There
hear.
I could.
You just put your headphone put your microphone thingy up against your headphone, and I think it's self.
That's true. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear just fine.
Okay. I can hear you now. Working.
Cool.
Leave it up to me to come up with the best ideas around, like leave the call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job.
Stellar stuff. All right.
Corey, I want your thoughts on some pricing.
Okay.
I want to sell well enchanted diamond armor, or really poorly enchanted diamond armor. I was thinking 20 diamonds for the poorly enchanted set and 40 for the well enchanted set. Is that reasonable?
Well, considering that 20 is like less than the diamonds it take. Oh, Jay was here.
Yeah.
They briefly. I think they may be having internet woes.
Yeah.
Ah, hello. I see your Korean ship over here. I don't know but I'm doing a voice. I'm doing a voice now.
You're here.
Yes.
Welcome to here. Here is one of the builds of all time.
Ah, it's looking pretty good looking. Yeah. I was saying earlier this is supposed to be the boiler turned steel furnace thing, right?
Yeah, kind of.
It almost looks less like an actual boiler and more like the actual engine assembly.
Yeah. That ended up becoming I ended up finding the engine assembly more interesting looking than the boilers. So that's sort of what I based it on.
Because I was like, this is like a crankshaft here for sure.
Yeah.
This is I guess a double expansion engine, not a triple. They usually come in threes like this.
3's impractical here. just in terms of like horizontal space and how it would have fit. Because that's what I was thinking about, how this would fit in, like what's new, what's been modified about this, and how it would have fit in over here. And I'm gonna make it clear that it was ripped out of here. But yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what to do in the down still.
The down.
Yeah, there's the down.
Where's the down? Oh!
Shockingly, it's down.
So this is gonna be some sort of sketchy shop down here that I'm gonna have banners covering the entrance and stuff.
Oh, I need to also make a drug den.
It may be a head. I may do a head shop, or
oh, that'd be funny.
I may do a head exchange down there.
I'm gonna make a drug den.
Where I buy and sell head.
What drug?
Opium.
Probably. Well, I'm thinking. I think. Well.
Colonial Dutch.
Colonial Dutch are opium. Modern Dutch is weed.
Yeah.
I'm really thinking rotten flesh and spider eyes.
Okay.
I mean.
Okay.
But drugs make you happy. Those don't.
I don't know. Maybe they do. I mean, what I really should do is, if I make a drug shop, it should be potions. But I don't fuck with brewing.
You don't want to make an auto brewer?
Well, maybe. I don't know. I've not tried. I don't know how they work.
They're fun. They're pretty similar to auto crafting, actually.
Okay, I could.
Auto crafting.
I like auto crafting. So maybe I'll give an auto brewer a shot. Actually, yeah, I could make a chemical company, sort of a chemical works somewhere.
So the particularly weird decision that I was alluding to, if this orange and red, these orange and red panels.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with them, but they're kind of funny.
And
there'll be more blocking it up and like covering it up, but as like just a base, they're kind of funny.
What is this
like
here?
them.
The like acacia sticking out.
So the boats I'm basing these off of have two sort of masty thingies, but they're not masked. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on with them.
Probably communications masts.
Yeah, communication masts. Yeah, that's the. I'm so brain dead. But yeah, and I wanted to keep at least a communications mast. So that's. I was trying to figure out that kind of why I slowed down in this project. Was like, okay, I'm gonna do that next, and try to figure out if I can have it like tilting down into the water or something, like it snapped off, or I don't know, and that slowed down this project a lot. That and crafting all these campfires.
Oh yeah, I should make a campfire factory.
I would buy so fucking.
I need auto wood.
Yeah.
What's the easiest auto wood farm?
So there are 3 auto woods that are doable.
Azalea.
The azalea and funguses. The funguses are easy.
The funguses won't work.
Comes as a dirt farm.
The funguses won't work.
Why not?
Because you need charcoal.
Oh, they're fireproof.
Yes, you can't charcoal them.
Okay, yeah, so it would have to be azalea for
I know things.
But that would also the beauty of that is that it also doubles as a dirt.
Does it actually? Because I'm pretty sure moss isn't to turn moss into dirt. You need like an extra step in there.
Well, no, the two dirt farms can produce all the outputs of azalea farms, not necessarily the other way around. So at that point, you might as well invest and go all the way.
Okay. How much of a pain? Because I thought the way you had to do a dirt farm, I thought you had to like podzol it or something.
No.
No?
No. It's you take anything that it can be converted into moss, grow plants on it until you get a azalea bush. Then you grow the azalea bush, and then it converts the moss into rooted dirt, and then you have to convert the rooted dirt into
regular dirt. Okay.
I don't really remember how to do
Wait,
that.
wait, what would be different between that and an auto azalea?
The process of getting the dirt out of it, and also like, because normally in a just as auto azalea, that rooted dirt will be converted back to moss like immediately.
Right. Okay.
I
That
think-
makes sense.
I think this is the dirt aspect of this is a little beyond.
That maybe makes sense. Yeah, I think there's something in the end, right?
Yeah, there is. Solstice and I were gonna go make one, and then we found out that that Zucchini had already made the exact. At least that's who we assumed did it. Had already made the exact design we were going to make, and we're like, fuck it, we're just going to use his, even if it's not public, because we were about to go and make a public one, and why have two?
Yeah.
We had already gathered all the materials and stuff, and we're like, oh, there's already one here. Never mind.
Probably do answer them though. You've not told them the answer to the question. Alright, I'm just wandering around instead of doing what I want to do. Because I'm thinking...
Oh, do you see why I want the muddy, rooty azalea, or the mangrove muddy roots?
Not specifically.
Oh, okay.
Why?
If you go to the downs, I'm using a lot of mangrove roots, and I think it looked better with some of the mud.
I can sell you some for sure. Like I can do that. Do you want some now? Actually, like I can go run and get
I'd love
those.
a few stacks.
How much do I want to charge for that? How much do you think is
a minimum of a stack?
How much do you think is reasonable for say 3?
3 stacks?
Yeah.
I like. It's not the easiest thing in the world, but it's also not all that hard. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, I'll pay 8 diamonds for the 3 stack.
Yeah, I can do that. For repeatableness of like, can we do 9?
Mm-hmm.
3 diamonds per stack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna run off and get that, and also some more bamboo. Because I like making stuff with like local materials, so the things fit into the aesthetic of the thing. There's a bee out here. There's bees.
And as you can see, I just like using all the materials.
Oh yeah, you just love using everything.
The more blocks, the more I can. As long as I can, like there's no blocks right here other than the oxidized copper. There's nothing that truly doesn't fit, and that'll be contextualized later, I think. But like, I love trying to contextualize blocks. That's sort of how I solo when doing music and stuff, doing jazz. I'll just kind of play whatever, and then I'll contextualize it.
Possible to disarmor.
No.
What was the question?
Decrease armor.
No, you can remove all of it, but you have to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, you can't.
No,
do
it
that
leaves the curse.
either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rip. I should build a slime block ferry to get from the lighthouse to the mainland. I could do that. I totally plausibly could do that, because I think I'd have that go from like over there across to like right here-ish maybe, where the bamboo farm is now, but I'm planning on moving the bamboo farm to the other side, probably for a slightly larger one. Maybe.
Once we get to the new update, you could just have an automated boat.
Well, What do you mean?
Yeah, you'd lead a mob that's in a minecart under the ground. under the
Right,
water,
right.
To the boat, and then you could drag the boat around.
I could do that.
There's so much goofy stuff you can do.
I do.
with it.
I do adore all that new shit. I'm very anti Jaden here. I'm the anti Jaden.
It feels a little strong to me.
The leading
Personally, yeah.
tiny things to other things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a fan. I enjoy.
Because we've just obsoleted every redstone elevator. Like, with just a piss easy design of bubbles, bubble vader.
Yeah, but unless you don't want animals in there. Like, you know, for whatever reason, which people could.
Yeah. I guess.
PETA will not be making the new style.
Well, you can use iron golems, for example.
That's true.
And iron golems are kind of actually an optimal pick.
No, actually. Wait,
Yes.
why would they be? Why would they be?
Well, mostly because you can get them in place.
That's true.
If they ever take damage for any reason, they're tanky as hell, so it doesn't matter.
I'm really getting.
They're of a size. Their 2x2 size makes the mechanism for the elevator actually so much easier. Or they're 2y or 2x1. Their wideness makes the mechanism really fucking easy.
Oh,
like,
actually,
they're kind of the perfect choice.
I actually already have 2 stacks of muddy mangrove roots just around, so I only have to make one more stack.
Sick. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
And the normal mangrove roots.
I love the normal mangrove roots, but I haven't. The muddy ones I haven't used that much.
Hmm.
But I have gotten a shitload of them just from terraforming. So.
They're just so good for blending.
I don't do much of that blending. I'm more of a contrast man.
So, Jack, what would your thoughts on being fully upgraded diamond armor for a stack of diamonds?
How fully are we talking? Are we
The
talking
stuff I use.
Swift Sneak and Soul Speed?
Not that.
Not the true treasure enchants?
I can.
No.
I can. I feel like I should barter here.
Or you could pay.
64 is just a clean number.
It is a clean number.
For like, you should make an armory, Solstice.
Yeah.
I need a tree.
What? What?
Yeah, that's for the wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a second chop.
Yeah, but I need a shell.
What?
Do you want to stall in the boat
No.
for an armor?
I could
Okay.
do armory, just cool stuff.
You could also. I don't know.
I do like the idea of having people having more stuff in the boat. Like having more stalls and stuff.
I think I got everything I need.
The effort to enchant my so
Yeah, I think some way of selling armor would go hard.
My pants are the place where they bury the bodies. That's the name of the pants. The place where they bury the bodies.
They bury bodies in your pants?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know how I
That's
feel about
definitely
that.
what that means.
I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like they should stop doing that.
And definitely not like a relevant plot point for my D&D campaign. that Jackson.
I know, but why? I figured something, but why would you name that your pants?
There's a reason.
There's a pants connection?
There is a pants connection.
Someday you'll find it, the pants connection.
know if
What are
this
the other
makes
lyrics to
sense.
the Rainbow Connection? Someone help.
The lovers, the pants, and me.
Yes, thank you. There you go.
No, I think the lovers and dreamers and pants.
That is better, actually. That's better.
Lovers, dreamers, and pants.
But
Ooh, I've not used this. I've not used that bridge in a while. I've not went under that bridge in a while. Wow. I like that most of my base is canal accessible. It's fun. You know?
I'm shocked that I didn't make my boots the language of laces, and I made them fake skin boots.
What skin boots?
Fake skin.
I was coming back for something. I came back to my house to my boat to get something. I got the bamboo. I got the roots. I wanted a third thing. A second ago. What was it? I don't remember.
Oh, Solstice. You may be
sand
broke,
stuff.
But you may be broke, Solstice, but I have.
I'm not.
Okay, but I am decidedly not broke now.
I made a sale that from my end adventure.
That's true. I did buy 2 enchanted elytra
on my
off of him
end adventure.
Okay.
in exchange for 2 non-enchanted elytra and like 32 diamonds or something.
Bit more.
I've mined like 5
40,
stacks
40.
of diamonds in the last 2 days.
Yeah. Wait, what did you say?
I've mined like 5 stacks of diamonds in the last 2 days.
Damn.
I don't want to mine.
I've been caving while 100 line has been happening some of the time. Yeah.
Hey Jack, what would you like to purchase?
Hmm?
I need money. What would you like to purchase?
Armor.
Okay.
I'll do the armor for a stack. Hell yeah.
Armor for a stack.
Waypoint
Okay.
shared stronghold entrance.
For Jay.
Ah.
Well, there's also the one in the entrance in the net.
Is that labeled?
Down to the zucchini section.
You just have to go down to the zucchini section because zucchini decided to make portals down
Yeah.
and not move them up where everyone else's portals were, which is so great.
Luckily, I've also sort of done that, but I did make stairs.
You did it in a practical way where it's very clear.
Compared to trapdoor in the middle of a floor.
Yeah, it's just with basically unlabeled.
Nothing else.
I had
Yeah.
very little sandstone on me. I don't have a lot of sandstone, seemingly. Very tragically little. I need some sandstone.
Okay, so I'm gonna put industrial equipment up there, just assorted industrial equipment up there. But if I'm making if there's gonna be an armor shop,
What should I do first? My shop, or also there's some just spawn infrastructure stuff I'm thinking about?
I would get your boat up
Alright. That, then...
so I can start buying
infrastructure?
things.
Yeah. Sounds good. Because then I'm going to make a new, proper portal room and some roads. For spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I'm thinking is, next to the sandcastle, on the other side of the parkour structure, maybe even, including the parkour structure, gonna build, a nice, sandstone tower type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As a portal room. Maybe sandstone castle tower-ish thing. Maybe do kind of a Middle Eastern spin, as I am known to do. As I am that guy. What can I say? I like the architecture of that region of the world. They're balling with it, you know? It's what?
It's a stylish spin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a Persia especially. Persia and Turkish, I think, are my favorites.
In terms of spawn infrastructure, I do intend on building a bridge across, across the river by the boat.
We need to figure out where that's gonna go.
I've got a pretty good idea.
If you can mark that for me sometime soonish, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what aesthetic you're thinking for the bridge? Like, what kind of a specific aesthetic are we thinking for Spawn Town? Like the general infrastructure? Because I'm thinking we have the sandcastle. I think lean into that isn't a bad move.
Mhm.
Do kind of a
What
desert
I intend to
village.
do, at least for the bridge,
or-
because the bridge is going to be an extension of the boat project, so it's going to be sort of more of the ramshackle wood, lots of campfires, mangrove roots, iron bars situation.
Okay. Now I'm
There
trying
are
to
two
think.
places I'm considering, and one I think is better aesthetically, but it's also farther from.
Could you mark
and
out
it's a smaller bridge?
Two, and
But
let me
it's-
think.
Okay, but it'd be farther from Spawn. It's the far end of the
Closer is better, I think. The near end of the boat, so it drops out on like the tip of your boat, and Solstice's tree shop, I think, is better.
But I also selfishly want people to have to walk through the boat.
If you do that, I'm building another bridge.
Like, cause here is like here
See, if
I
you-
can
so-
just I can just see the bridge here.
So if you put a bridge there, you can put a bridge there, but in that case, I'm also going to put one within the factory. Just
this
like,
is the other spot, but it needs to be so much longer.
yeah, if you can build a bridge there, but if you build a bridge there, I'm also going to build a bridge over. Let me keep
I'll
walking.
never say no to more bridges.
Okay, that's fair.
Bridge,
2 bridges then.
go all the way over everything directly to the tree.
No, don't do that.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna build
'cause-
a bridge right, like probably here-ish, where the river
Yeah,
gets
because
thin.
this is like 4 blocks.
Yeah.
As opposed to the closer bit by my boat would be like a 30-block bridge. Or
True.
something.
Also, actually, I think, how tall will your bridge over there be if you put a little
Big enough
bridge?
to go under it.
Okay.
It's gonna be an arch.
Okay, big arch.
Big
Would,
arch,
like-
I'm
would,
gonna
like, a
have,
sailboat
banners
fit-
Draping down.
Would a sailboat fit through?
I can make it a drawbridge.
If you do a drawbridge there, I think that's chilling. Because I think making it, like, doing it so this part of the section of the river is like navigable up to like where mine part is makes sense. You know? Because I think like it's pretty
Well,
wide
you-
up to there.
I'm just not sure. Okay, I'm looking at my map and I'm not sure where you're coming from. What you're considering to be.
Trade secret.
Well, no, because it can be, but I'm just not sure which side of the. Because the direction you're implying is actually farther from being connected to the ocean at this point in time.
That's true. That
It
is the
doesn't
way
have to
I
be.
actually took. That is the way I actually took initially, though.
That's really funny because that's just so impractical.
Yeah, a little bit. It's fine.
Um,
It's fine. I think I sailed past where Jay's setting up and such.
Interesting. 'cause
Maybe
I don't
know.
if that's possible
My
to
map
get
has
to.
changed since then. Oh, it wasn't. I canalized a bunch of it so I could get boats through for no reason. It was funny. It was funny. It's not entirely no reason. There's comedy. Okay, so I guess then on to building my boat. Oh shit, I have the mangrove roots for you and I forgot to. Okay, come over to the.
Yeah, I need to grab diamonds.
Yeah.
How many did I say? 9?
Yep, 9.
I am more than happy to make this trade. I want them.
They're in the shoulder. How's you doing business?
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you make a business transaction, you always have to say pleasure doing business or it's not real. It's part of the ritual.
Does
How-
displeasure doing business count?
What?
Does displeasure doing business count?
It's quite rude, but yes.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
I think the vibe of this.
It
this,
is. It
this
is
arc
in
of things
Moorcade.
for me. Is more of a like a knowing nod and like a light grunt, but mostly visual. Like
Sort of a.
mostly like a nod.
Sorry, I'm just cackling it, going
Yeah. I think sort of in the canon of whatever's going on with me, this character is a particularly quiet version of me.
My character's very my version of my character is a version of myself that is even more verbose. Because I'm already a very verbose person. You know?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I still need to change my skin to an eyeless skeleton.
I also
on
want to change my skin. I want to find like a nice 1700s aristocrat core skin. Because I'm sure that's available. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I can find that. Which of these trees do I want to do? How the fuck do I make this dock work?
I think the next server, my character is going to be stuck with a diver's helmet on the entire next server.
Okay, how do I build a dock? I've built many a dock in this game before, and it never gets easier. Because there's so many options.
Alright. Good night.
Night.
You going to bed?
Has to get ready for school.
Oh, yeah. Well, where's the water deep enough for me to build this boat? That's one question. That's relevant.
Water's only really deep right here.
No, I don't need that much depth to build this boat.
And it's deep because it's a cave.
I can put a boat. I think I could put the boat here, maybe.
There'd be so many atmospheres of pressure down there.
The
math on that is shockingly clean.
It's not bad. I need to retake fluids. Also, atmospheres is a terrible unit.
Atmospheres of pressure is very practical in a lot of cases.
I personally have not found that.
Environmental cases.
Maybe.
And chemistry cases, too.
I know chemists use fucking atmospheres.
Well, because ideally you want to keep... Most known chemistry works best at 1 atmosphere of pressure. So, keep it around 1 atmosphere and you're good.
Oh. Man, I'm 3,000 blocks away.
And in terms of, like, for little guys, for creatures, knowing how many atmospheres is just a really clean metric.
3 kilometers.
For pressurizing pipes and stuff, that's a different situation.
No, you want
like environmental.
You want
purposes.
pascals for that.
Yeah. Converting
pascals.
is easy too. It's
not
a
that
very
bad.
simple conversion, so it doesn't really matter either way.
Pascals. Actually, I don't fuck with them actually, but
I like pascals.
I mean,
I like atmospheres.
They're fine, but
if I have to work in pascals, that usually means I'm working in a complicated scenario.
The one thing with pascals is that they're, for a lot of use cases, they're like just not a good magnitude of pressure. Like a lot of times you're working with like kilopascals, millipascals.
Yeah.
That's sometimes annoying. Because the Pascal, the way it's defined, is very easy, but then like working how the other ones are defined from that is kind of hard. Like Pascal, 1 Newton per meter squared, easy. I believe a kilopascal is either a kilo or a millipascal, or either a kilo or a millipascal is 1 Newton per millimeter squared. I can never remember which, and this has been a problem for me.
That would be more pressure, so that'd be a kilopascal.
Kilopascal and millipascal are both above PA.
What?
Milli, not as in Well, it's
Milla, not Millie.
Milla, not Millie.
Okay.
MPa million pascals.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that's the yield strength of a lot of metals. Is somewhere in there, you know.
A megapascal is 9.8.
Mega, not
APM.
Milla. I'm fucking stupid. Oh my god, it's M.
There we go. That's why I was confused.
M.
Yeah, megapascal.
Megapascal.
Megapascal is 9.8 atmospheres.
Mm-hmm. Let me. How do I? I gotta go look at my boat and figure out how big it is, and then I can work from there.
What's the plan? Are you making like your full ship?
No. That would take goddamn ages.
I mean, you've already got the blueprint.
Yeah, but it would still take me for fucking ever to put it together, and also wouldn't really fit anywhere.
Just put it on the land like I did.
No.
With my massive
No. No, I've made a little boat. I've made a smaller boat based on classic Dutch sailing barges.
Mm-hmm.
I have one. I've.
Ooh, which version of The Man That Sold the World is it?
Huh? I don't hear.
That's the less good one.
Are you listening to The Man That Sold the World?
Yeah.
Which version is it?
To the original.
Not
is the worst one.
What's your favorite version?
It is.
It is what? You cut out.
First, what is your favorite version?
I quite like the Kurt Cobain Nirvana version.
That is the correct answer.
Okay, good. So we're in agreement.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal. Not quite as it's only his second best cover though. What do you think my favorite Nirvana cover of a song is?
I genuinely, their version of Man Who Sold the World is my favorite cover blanket.
I mean, not a bad choice. It's very good. But there's a cover of an old folk song they did called In the Pines.
I don't know if it's a folk song, I don't know if it counts as a cover.
That's a good argument. I think it is inspired by like one specific person's verse. It might not be much a folk song and more of like an early. What was the genre of music that was like pre-rock? No, it is a folk song, but like it's most associated with a bluegrass music with a blues musician named Leadbelly.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's a blues song, but their version of it is phenomenal. Cause they got Dave Grohl to play the quietest drums he's ever played. Somehow they convinced Dave Grohl to play quietly, which I'm pretty is a Herculean effort. You know.
Yeah.
But they have him just playing very softly. And it's mostly just focusing on the acoustic guitar, and Kurt Cobain just gets really growly with it. It's very good. How do I make a new... I can't remember how to use Lightmatica. It's been too long.
Yeah, I probably don't remember how to use it either.
No, I don't. I need a new one. I need a little barge boy. You know, this one doesn't really need a schematic. I can just use my eyes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 tall, which is not useful. Most of that's mass, to be clear.
I will say the most impractical part, or the worst part of building with so many blocks, is inventory. It's
Yeah,
awful.
yeah, it does sound bad. I run into that with having a billion variations of stairs.
Yeah, well, you see, I use all the stairs of all the things I use.
Oh, yeah.
So
2, 3,
yeah,
4,
all
5,
the
6, 7,
walls, all the
8, 9,
fences,
10, 11, 12,
trapdoors,
13, 14, 15, 16.
buttons.
16 blocks long, 5 blocks wide. Whoa! I've not seen that Minecraft menu screen message before.
What?
Colormatic, and it's multicolored. It's not yellow.
Oh, yeah. There's a couple that are sort of rainbowy.
I've not seen that. Shader pack failed to load. Okay. What am I doing? Right. I need to find somewhere I can build a 16 by 5 boat. And how much? Where's the water line? I guess is the last question, which I forgot to ask myself. Well, the water line should be like about here, I think. So 3 blocks below water. Ideally 4, so it's not scraping on the ground. But if it needs to scrape on the ground, it can scrape on the ground. You know, because it might need to. Okay. Well, that's not very deep, but here's deep. Right here's deep. So I could. It would. Yeah. If I build. Do I like where that is though?
Okay. Here's a glimpse into my mind. I got an idea of a structure I wanted, and rather than within this build, and rather than anything else, my first thought is to go into JEI and search up look at every stair block and decide which stair block I think should fit.
That's too many. That's too much.
And considered about half of them.
You don't need to be doing that.
Well, I love it. Also, this is supposed to be a build that is hodgepodgey.
That's true.
I love the style. It's sort of like a shanty town-esque.
Why do both of us build boats so much?
Because boats are base.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I had a houseboat as the last modded that we did that lasted any degree that was like actually our server. Yurt season. You had a yurt. I had a yurt.
Yurt.
I had a houseboat with
Yurt
a
co.
crawfish.
I think it can go here. Okay, I'm gonna lay out some blocks of where the boat could go and then build a dock around that. So 3 blocks below water. Well, not at the bow. At the stern, yes, but not at the bow. Which way do I want it to be facing?
Okay, we can.
Wait, port's the right side, right?
Port is left.
Fuck.
Right.
Shit. I'm tired. Port's left. Okay, so in that case, yes, the nose should be facing this way if port is left. So that's good. So that means I can build a little closer to shore. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Is that too long here?
We talk about port and starboard a good amount, but stern is always left in the dark. Left behind the third direction.
What?
Stern is back. It's radial.
I thought
it's sort of thirds. But it's not really thirds. It's like if stern is like half the size of the other two, stern is back.
I thought that was like aft. You used to that. Does this stick too far out into the river? Huh?
Aft versus stern. What is the difference?
Could just be like a linguistic thing. Some people use one.
Oh yeah, they mean the same. Yeah, it's. There's also there's also the bow or fore of the ship, but like that. It's sort of a port starboard after the three main directions.
I could also I can either do that or I can do like starting here maybe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Sticking out that far. Both are just kind of long. Did I count right? That looks longer. That does just look longer than the build. It's the one thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What the fuck? I guess 16 looks a lot longer when it's just a stick. You know? Which I guess makes sense, but I want advice. May I have advice?
In a sec.
I'm gonna run to your boat for safety, frankly. It's dark.
That's why you bring a bed.
I didn't do that.
Okay, what advice do you need?
Alright, so if you look over here, I have 2, like, bamboo mosaic sticks sticking out, right? These would roughly be the positions of the boat. Placement-wise. Which is better? Both... I don't know.
I like it against the shore better, but, like, you'd need to make it at an angle for it to look good. So this...
What do you mean? This one would be against the shore? Is what you mean?
I like if it were, like, I think it'd go hard against the shore, but, like, to do that well, it need to be at an angle.
I cannot build a fucking diagonal boat. Well, I could, but I
tried
don't.
to build that thing diagonal.
I know, and I told you not to, and then you tried, and then it was bad, so you stopped.
I could have made it work, but it would have just been so impractical.
Yeah, but
probably this way.
This
but
way?
Then it becomes less the river becomes so much less navigable.
No, I mean, like, up this direction, it's more of, like, just canoes, essentially. My idea is that, so, traditionally, in the colonial era, what you'd often get is you'd get trade posts built sort of, like, at the, like, very highest point of the river where you can still get actual ships down it.
Okay.
And
yeah, that makes sense.
That's honestly a bit what we have here, because we have depth, 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 and then shallow right here, you know?
Yeah.
There's a squid drowning. Serves him right. I can maybe move it forward a little bit. We'll see how far forward I can put it, because I want to not block off this as much as I can.
I'm very happy with the position. The more I think about it, the more I like where I put my boat.
Nice, that's good.
I think this is like the perfect spot in the terrain for it. Even if it was like initially a little far away from spawn. But I like that we're moving spawn in this general direction. Oh my gosh, the boat looks so good on the map.
It
Holy
does.
shit.
It's oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
It's like a proper pixel art side of a boat. Holy fuck. Oh my god.
Well, that's because its side profile is that.
No, yeah, exactly. It's so good. Man, my church looks really bad on the map.
I love how the rust is conveyed.
Oh yeah, it really goes hard.
I should have taken sun bleaching more into account and given it. Oh, I could have done something with that with the texturing. Whatever, it's fine. I guess the way it's angled, it would all get a pretty even amount of sun throughout the day. Each individual section would get a pretty even amount of sun throughout the day. But like, I could have made the. No, I think it looks. I could on the interior though. I could have done some. And the bits that are buried in the sand. Whatever. Fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Not his problem. It's
no,
fine.
I was thinking about it. And this boat is the closest thing this server has to a god.
Explain. Explain.
A dead behemoth leaving its mark on the world. Warping the world around
You know,
it.
I don't know if that's a very specific interpretation of God.
As the Christian, I should get to decide.
You know, I
Christians
don't.
are correct
I
all
don't.
the time in all their interpretations of everything, no matter how conflicting they are with themselves.
You know, I really don't like that at all. Actually, that's bad, and you know that's bad.
No, but I that's my favorite interpretation of like a god within the world. Something that even when sort of quote unquote dead warps the world around.
But like a god could be alive though.
Sure. But this is it's just something that it's just an concept that's always been interesting to me, and this boat fits that concept perfect.
Kind of a floating pier. Alright, I'm making kind of a floating pier out here for the like other placement that I've not done because I still kind of want like a dock there. It needs help, but
What part should I work on next?
the soul.
The soul?
The soul. Try build the soul next. That's the next important part.
I feel like I already did. Well, I guess no. That's the heart. The engine slash.
What's the
iron refinery is the heart.
what's the soul of the boat? What would my character in your D&D campaign would say the soul of the boat would be?
No, that's like the veins and the flesh and the skeleton of the boat.
What is?
I was gonna the bit that I'm planning and like making into the bit where they're actively tearing down the internal structure for metal. But that's but that's more of a skeleton of the boat. What's the soul of the boat? Is that the helm?
Maybe?
That's the brain of the boat.
Shit, you're right. The soul is...
The smokestack is like the lungs of the boat.
Yeah, okay.
What is the soul of a boat?
I don't know! I'm thinking,
Like a paint job is skin or something?
yeah. What a fucking... What a subject that we've landed on for today. On this...
The fuel?
Well, I think we're kind of running into what is the soul of a man.
Yeah.
What is the soul? What do you think the soul is right now? You have to tell me.
The eyes. I guess the communications mask? Maybe?
Interesting.
You can display all your boat heraldry.
Sure.
Or your boaty McBoatfaceness.
You can show that you're the true boaty McBoatface and the others are imposters.
Yeah. You're the true boat Mormon. No others are true believers.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
You're the seeking.
Peanuts. Oh god.
Okay. Charlie, but then what is the penis of the boat?
What's the peanuts of the boat? What do you call the cranes that longboats are stored on? You know what I mean?
I don't remember, but I don't think any of those are left.
Yeah.
Those
were cannibalized first.
yeah, for sure. Or completely buried. The boat has been castrated.
My peanuts.
Castrated boat. Should I name this boat the Castrated Behemoth?
Probably not. I wouldn't do that if I were you. If I were you specifically, no. I wouldn't do that at all.
And then the bits that were castrated have become the god of beauty.
You're saying too much. You're saying too many things right now, and I really
which would imply that this boat is the god of grain.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Maggie. Have I think gone insane.
Okay.
We've been sort of
like the last 40 seconds though.
Yeah, we've been very suddenly swept up by nautical madness.
Okay.
I asked what part of my boat I should work on next, and Jack said the soul.
And then there's been discussion of what that is.
And then Charlie came around and said the message, "What is a soul?" question mark. Not but the miserable pile of penis.
Peanuts. Which is, I think, a reference to something.
And then we were discussing what in that case, the peanuts of the boat is. And then we decided it was like the little crane thingy.
I guess we did decide that, yeah.
But then I concluded that those are all either buried in the sand or were the first thing salvaged. So I then started talking about how this behemoth is castrated.
And then I was like, nope, we're done.
And then I decided to keep going and liken my boat to
because they'd done some sort of thing earlier about how their boat is like a god.
Yeah,
a
dead being leaving its mark on
it was sort of a callback in a way.
Yeah.
Nope.
So that's where we're at.
That's the nautical madness.
Doesn't help me in deciding what part of this project to work on next, though.
No, not at all.
I guess I could make a small boat in the water next to it.
Yeah, but that doesn't really help you progress the project very much.
No, it doesn't.
That's a side task. That's adding a side quest.
That's like when I decided that there needed to be a down section. Completely unnecessary.
You
But
called
funny.
your stream "Take Me to Snurge."
Yes, that was. Oh fuck! I didn't rename the stream. That was yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I forgot to rename the stream. It's fine.
Today it should be Take Me to Steve.
Take me to the potion, Steve.
I'm so glad I got you in.
I get it. I do get it. It's really catchy. It's Le Poisson, Steve. Steve Le Poisson. Wait, can I get lyrics?
Yeah, they're out there.
No, yeah, I just need to like see them so I can do this right.
It's Le Steve, I believe.
Le Steve.
The lanterns look really good.
Yeah, I'm really happy with this. The what the fuck is this? The first thing to come up when I googled Le Poisson Steve was a Know Your Meme article, and it appears to be glitching out, and I'm now staring into hell.
Oh, jeez.
I'm getting screenshots so I can show what I mean by this.
Jack, will I be sued for copyright infringement if I fill the boat with chains with lanterns on them?
No, you can.
Just like,
I like lanterns. I want lanterns are for all. Yeah, but I'm very happy with the way the lanterns look in the church now.
mm-hmm.
It's really helped.
I just saw them on the dock.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah. I
Also the bamboo slime flying machine broken.
Oh. How?
I don't know, it's just stopped.
Well, it's not supposed to be running constantly anymore.
Well, it stopped with bamboo
Bamboo where?
on the wrong side of it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's not ideal. Maybe that's the next step. I should make chains. Many, many, many chains. Because I've used a crap ton of iron bars, but none chain.
Oh, Maggie, I bought you
Yeah?
Unbreaking 3 mending elytra.
Cool.
It's in the chest.
Okay,
The
thank you.
purchase was part of the Solstice Star Recovery
Program.
Fund.
I gave Solstice our 2 current unenchanted elytra and 40 diamonds in exchange for 2 enchanted elytra.
Okay.
Which felt like a fair trade, I think.
Yeah.
Did I push one, Steve?
I almost just said chains are expensive. That's over an iron ingot per. And
You
then I
are-
remembered that I had 6 double chests of iron.
You
blocks.
are an iron cajillionaire.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I took a screenshot so I could send the screenshot to myself so I wouldn't have to keep checking, and then I didn't send the screenshot to myself, so I'm gonna do that real quick.
Oh yeah, I should replace all these supports with chains. That goes so hard.
I looked at using chains as lampposts, but it didn't work out. Alright, now I can pull up the reference image on my phone so I don't have to keep leaving and coming back and leaving and coming back. Because I didn't feel like taking a schematic because I couldn't remember how to use it at all.
I generally just have, when I'm doing stuff like that, I just tend to have 2 instances of Minecraft open.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
I know that'd probably be complicated for streaming.
Oh yeah, especially, yeah. But no, I just like personally would not do that. All right. I'm very worried that I'm gonna build this whole thing and then I'm gonna be like, it would look better like 1 block to the left.
That's, I with the engines I built, I moved them 2 blocks and redid the walkway behind them.
This is why I should have made a schematic so I can just like move it around and be like, what?
Visualize it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of figured out what's gonna
2,
have
3,
here, and there.
4,
So the
5,
next
6, 7,
area
8,
is
9.
here. The next logical steps are up there, there, and the hell room that I don't know what to do with.
So the rudder is gonna be like right there. That's gonna be the rudder.
Question: Should I work on the hell room or should I procrastinate the hell room?
What is the hell room?
You don't get context for this decision.
Sounds like the soul of the boat to me.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, time to
See,
just brainstorm ideas for the hell room.
I was gonna say procrastinate, so...
No, hell room sounds like the soul of the boat, man. I don't know what that was. Why is my sailor voice I'm doing distinctly like Northern English?
Yeah.
It's very...
Like, piss poor Northern English.
Fuck you. Fuck you, mate. Fuck you.
It's only getting worse.
Fuck you, mate. We can't hear you. I heard Charlie in the other room do another bad British accent.
Oh, but I could, rather than working in Hellroom, I could just make a bunch of pipes and shit.
Ooh, I am pro pipe.
But no, I should work on that.
What a phrase, I am pro pipe.
That is interesting.
I'm saying a lot of good things today.
I'm saying a lot of bad things.
Oh, you are.
Goes hard.
I don't know if that's how I'd describe that. Do I want to start something?
Okay. You know what the best way to get inspiration for Hellroom is? Just play around in the Hermitcraft world of last season.
Yeah.
Inspect
You
it
know
and
what?
then
You know, I
collect
have an interesting comment to make that is going to. So I love to bitch about France as a joke. I think, unironically, I kind of like France.
That's one of the worst things you've ever said.
I know. I wanted to start shit. That's why I said this.
The French are good at one thing and one thing only.
It's a good thing to be good at.
It is a good thing to be good at. It's a very funny thing to be good at, too.
Where did you put the elytra?
Armor chest?
Said. Okay.
But being good at only
Yes.
striking is just not practical.
They're also good at other things.
Like what?
They were really good at taking over Europe that one time.
Yeah, but so was everyone else.
Yeah.
If the qualifier is that one time, everywhere else had that. Many other places had.
Yeah, not everywhere. Like Poland never got never got that, but
Poland Lithuania went kind of hard for a while.
that's true. I do quite like Poland Lithuania.
The Polish-Lithuanian Union was like the main competitors to England for a while.
Polish Lithuania
It's a
kind of goes
global
hard.
superpower, which is a crazy thing to say about considering modern Poland and Lithuania.
Yeah, Poland Lithuania were the main inspiration for Damara in that D&D campaign. They're supposed to be the Polish Lithuanian Commonwealth, roughly.
Why am I listening to Weezer?
I don't know. Why are you listening to Weezer? Let's unpack that.
Because it's what Pandora decided I should listen to, I guess.
What's with these homies dissing my girl?
No. Better Weezer song than that. Much better Weezer song than that.
Yeah, but I had to because that's the funny one.
Or Sweater Song. Sweater Song is great, but it's better than Sweater Song.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What's with these homies?
What I am listening to, I think I would consider peak Weezer. Like, peak actually artist, like, tasteful Weezer.
Ooh, I'm just like Buddy Holly. something.
Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't
4,
care about
5,
that.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't care about that. I'm gonna get copyright striked. I'm being so accurate.
It's about a similar levels of tastefulness.
Yeah. being too accurate. I gotta cut back. I gotta. Mr. The Weezer. Why am I tempted to say the Weezer estate like they're dead? That's not how it works with musicians that just aren't. Weezer died. It's true. Well, they are just like Buddy Holly. I did believe, like, he was the one that famously died in a plane crash, right? Yes. Or am I Mr. Yeah, okay.
Ooh, I banned one person from your stream today.
Wow! I'm getting a lot of bots.
Bots offering more bots.
Yeah, the bots love to sell me viewers. But why would I ever buy viewers when I have you lovely people?
You lovely people being... Oh, there's two people. It's not just me.
Yeah.
The other one is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, that's fine. yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You lovely people referring to both the people in the call with you and watching
Mm-hmm.
as the same two people.
Yes. Yes, indeed. That was the joke, and now you, like, confirming it is now starting to make me actually self-conscious about it. It's not really, but a little bit.
I would say we are lovable, so.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Speaking as one of the people, so.
Okay, how do boat work? How do boat work?
Remembered how to elytra.
There's rockets in the rocket chest, by the way.
I found them.
Good.
Okay, let
I
me go
did
to
fail at
Starland.
jumping.
Starland is most likely to have something useful for me, I think.
Going to Scarland.
Yeah.
He should do like a carnival and call it Scarborough Fair. Has he done? It seems like the kind of thing he would do. I've said that. You know?
I don't believe he
Is that right? Yep, that's right.
He's doing a zoo. He's doing a zoo this time.
A zoo.
Yeah. But there's also it's a zoo train and a zoo.
Uh-huh. He likes vehicles.
He does.
I just heard a very loud "you fool" from the other room. Sorry if that came through on mic.
A little bit.
Oh, then the streaming audience definitely heard that. Or, you know, the streaming audience which exists.
Mm-hmm.
People do watch these on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think... Really, I feel like most streamers, like even successful streamers, that like active people in chat is not usually that many, you know? Like it's many magnitudes more than I have, but it's really, you know.
Unless your name is Bopper, Professor Bopper, in which case you have the weirdest stream makeup.
Or Doug's chats are always pretty active when he doesn't ban them.
Well, they're active, but it makes sense.
Because they're doing stuff.
Boppers doesn't. Bopper's stream chat is about 10 times as many as you'd expect for us people outside. Every stream he does, he loses subscribers from YouTube, but gains YouTube members. His chat is full of people that changed their account name to Blake Bortles and changed their profile picture to Blake Bortles. To the point where there's 8 Blake Bortles talking about Bortles stuff, which is perfectly normal for a small streamer.
Mm-hmm. What a man.
Yeah. But no, he genuinely, every time he does a Danganronpa stream, he loses subscribers and gains YouTube members. And patrons. Which is really, really fun.
That doesn't seem sustainable.
That's weird.
Well, he's gaining the stuff that makes money, so maybe it is sustainable. I don't know.
Yeah, he's gaining the stuff that makes money.
Hmm.
And his hardcore fan base keeps growing, whereas his wide appeal keeps falling
Diminishing.
in the shitter. She's drifting.
That's the goat. That's the goat.
He is the goat, and the fumbler.
And the fumbler.
Mostly the fumblers.
There was a long conversation describing this man last stream that you missed.
Ah, okay.
He's a
This was the part
streamer
that I missed.
that
He's the reason for a lot of the weird shit that Jaden and I were talking about yesterday.
yeah, a lot of that is directly his fault. Like I don't really want to get into it. I don't really want to get into it again.
Man or women guy or MILF guy?
No.
I remember some being discussed.
Oh, Kentucky.
I don't know if you can blame this all on Kentucky. Which part of Kentucky?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think it's like one of the couple big settlements, but I don't think it's
Not Frankfurt, Lexington, or Harlan, or no.
No, I don't get the impression, but he also lives in definitely like a town.
Harlan, is that right? That's a county, but there's a city there.
Then again, all the cities in Kentucky are small.
Yeah.
So who knows?
The biggest is Lexington, I think.
The biggest city in Kentucky is Nashville.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's my.
The only city in Kentucky is Nashville.
I mean, that's where my dad grew up. He grew up on the Nashville, Kentucky border, essentially.
Yup.
Good old this might be too specific information. Good old good old Portland, Tennessee, nowhere near water. Good old landlocked Portland.
The best of the Portland.
Yep. They've got a crystal. They've got that going for them.
Crystal.
What? What was that, Maggie?
I just said a crystal.
Crystal? Oh, I've not. Crystal is Southern White Castle.
Ah, okay.
But also, I believe, slightly better.
Personally,
I have never been to White Castle.
They're
so
basically
no frame of
identical,
reference.
except one is slightly better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's Southern White
They're both-
Castle.
they're both
Well, I
meh.
think also one is doing worse business. Take that back.
No?
I like them more than other fast food places. By a good margin.
I'm an Arby's enjoyer.
It's true. I am also an Arby's enjoyer.
More than Arby's.
I do think I like Crystal more than Arby's.
Crystal, like,
It's
does
close,
what
though.
it does well, but it doesn't have any depth to it.
That's true. That's true. That's
It
fine
has
for me.
No depth.
And Arby's does?
It has depth in quite a few ways.
Ow.
Crystal has no depth in menu, has no depth in text.
What do you need depth in menu for if you like sliders? Though actually that's not true. They have loaded fries that are pretty good, I think.
They've got no depth in like flavor profile. It's just
Have you been to a Crystal?
decent slider that I could make a better slider than them, but like it's fine. But they make it quick
That's true.
and have the materials on hand. But also, like, sliders are only just okay.
I don't agree with that.
Sliders lack all the complexity that makes burger is great.
I fully disagree with that, and I think you knew I was gonna fully disagree with that.
Yes, I knew you would.
I hate that. Sliders are great.
There's this guy on YouTube who's got this theory that all food is better small, and like, no.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not
that guy.
True, you can do stuff with food when it's bigger.
Yeah, you can put like a billion things on it, and you can root and you can obscure the natural
obscure,
flavor profile.
Not obscure. You can bring out different elements of it.
Sure. This is a very rehearsed argument. This has happened time and
It is.
time
But
again.
this is the first time it's been about burgers and sliders.
It's true.
Usually about pizza.
It's usually pizza.
Burgers, I think, even more so than pizza, because
And I hate you.
like, okay, are you going to say that rubs on burger on meat doesn't like change and add to?
Okay, I'm pro rubs.
Yeah. And then rubs complement, and then you pick rubs to complement the other thing that happen on the thing. So you just be intentional about your choices.
Okay.
And it's good. And that's something that sliders cannot do. That is my argument, and I am going to leave it there. But that is my argument, because that argument is different than my pizza argument.
It is
which
different
is the only
than your
reason
pizza
I wanted to
argument.
make it. But yeah, the guy that says all food should be small or all food should be really big, he's wrong. One big soup dumpling.
That's
No.
crazy. That's fucked. That's so fucked.
No.
That sounds...
That's terrible.
Or a bunch of tiny meat pies? No. No.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah.
Just wrong.
Wrong. I'm surprised we moved on from me saying something pro-French.
I said the one thing they were good at, and then we moved on.
It's true.
It's like indisputably they're one great thing. They're great at striking. And they're very good at like societally dealing with it. They just expect it's very funny that they just expect the public transport to be down about a quarter of the time.
Oof.
Very funny to me. I will say I am glad that they've had a little bit of a spine about diversity, and they're like, no, French values are not American values. You can fuck off. We're not removing diversity from our
Like hell yeah,
anything.
yeah.
They've had a spine.
That's
which
good.
is Good, yeah.
Yeah.
First
that is
time
good.
in history that France has had a spine.
I feel like France has like one of the don't quote me on this, I'm not sure. But I think France has one of the larger black populations in
Oh yeah, and they're
Europe.
deeply racist.
Yeah.
Not as bad as Italy though.
Yeah, Italy's really bad. Italy, they're really racist.
Italy, they're really racist and still moderately fascist.
Yeah, Italy's a little rough politically.
Yeah.
Beautiful country, but
And then there's Greece, who single-handedly continues to tank the value of the euro.
fucking phenomenal job, boys. Keep it going.
Italy doesn't help. But Greece is the problem.
Italy at least has some exports. Italy at least does have a relatively large and significant economy. Like Milan's a
And they import fascists.
yeah. Yeah, but that part's bad, so I didn't mention it. Because I'm this is me throwing them a bone. Well,
It's crazy how much fascist like iconography they still have up in.
Yeah, they really love authoritarianism, the Italians.
Yeah.
They have a long history with it. I guess in some ways, some sort of... Well, I think they have the longest history with non-hereditary authoritarianism.
Yeah.
I would say.
They also like adoptive and like cousin based.
They love that
stuff.
shit. They love nepotism.
Rather than like direct descent.
Because that was how the papal states operated.
That's how the papal states operated.
was-
That's how the
all
golden age of Rome operated.
all the Italian
That's sort of how
republics,
fascist-
all the
That's how fascist Italy kind of a
Yeah.
little bit operated. Like, they really weren't about that direct descendancy.
no.
Which is unique and
Yeah.
interesting.
That's how
Still not good.
that's how the not Italy is gonna operate in my world building project.
Mm-mm.
That's how Santi goes about it.
I love that Mussolini's like grandniece or whatever, or is it just his granddaughter?
I don't remember.
Is like the European is one of the representatives of Italy to the European Union, and is like gets mad whenever anyone insults Mussolini
Yeah.
publicly.
Watched a really great video essay on Mussolini recently.
Oh yeah, I think we both.
The
did.
Ordinary Things one.
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
truly phenomenal. stuff.
Phenomenal work from Mr.
One of his best, even.
Yeah. The coup one's good though. Like a lot of them are good.
Mhm.
I've realized I've not really been doing
That's fine.
base. I've just been running around the base playing with the trident and elytra.
A lasting tradition.
Mm-hmm.
I should get back into the Hermitcraft world to like. The issue is this season most of the people torn down
Oh,
their
what?
starter bases. And what
Fine!
I'm looking for would be most applicable to their starter bases.
Wait, fuck.
Hmm.
Anyway, I think I've got the boat. The boat's mostly done.
Alright.
It's decent looking. It's not my best work, but it's decent, and it did not take me very long to build. So, yeah.
Nice. At spawn.
Yeah.
Maybe let's see.
Oh, I should make the gangplank.
This building's awesome.
What is it?
Just one of the buildings in Scarland.
Ah.
The interior one, it goes so hard.
I mean, Scar is good at those.
Yeah. A lot of the inspiration I'm drawing is from Corrales, because he made a shantytown.
Right,
is-
right.
Very similar to, what I'm doing. But it does not apply for very specifically what I'm doing. And Scar is one of those people that just builds really impractical shaped buildings and then sometimes fits stuff into them still. Which is what I need here. It's like ideas of how to use this space. Except in Scarland, it's too many facades.
I love a nice facade. You know?
I could make this section into just a facade, but then it feels like really... I don't know.
Is this the
I'd
hell
rather-
thing or the...
Yeah, the hell room.
What is that exactly?
I can show you if you come over here.
Give me one second. Ah! I fell. You wanna come take a look at the
In a sec, I'm trying to sleep.
barge? Yeah, fair.
Although we may have too many people on, I may need someone else.
Nope,
Okay. No,
we got it.
Oh, we're down to 4 again.
Take a look.
I am on my way to also take a look. I'm
Nice.
at Nether at the moment.
Are you gonna put a sail on it?
Maybe. Hello, I hear noise. Hello. Oh.
Oh, yeah, the barrels. Excellent.
Lower of barrels to sell things in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shop. It's a building.
Oh, and this is great. Trapdoor here.
Yeah, that was something I just added just now, but yeah. Little gangplank. Whoop.
This is spawn. Yes. Okay.
But yeah, this looks like a little sailing barge they'd use to take resources down to a trading post, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you can also get on this way, which is nice.
That looks good.
Thank you. Then in here, and just floor full of barrels.
Just put deals in them.
Yeah. This is the deals barge. That's actually what I should call this, actually.
What is deals in Dutch?
Oh, yeah, that's a great question. What's deals in Dutch? Very long! And by Dingen!
And by Dingen?
Well, let's, how's Google?
Aanbiedingen.
Aanbiedingen. So we're not calling it that.
Dingen?
We're not calling it that.
No?
No.
No.
Wait, that's the verb. I think. I don't know. Well, deal has like a very specific connotation in English that I think is maybe not, you know? Like,
Yeah.
deal is in like bargain, as in like, you know, discount. I don't know if they really do discount.
What is discount in
I'm googling bargain. Koopje? Koopje?
Koopje.
Koopje. Koopje? Koopje barge? Wait, what's bar? What if I say bargain barge? Koopje ship. All one word. Koopje ship.
Koopje ship.
I've gotta call it Koopje ship. Ze Koopje ship. What's the? Oh, if I put the in front of it, it becomes yeah Koopa's boat. Koopa's boot. Is Koopa's ship or Koopa's boot better? What do you think? Which one's better?
This is a slightly unfortunate view of my ship.
Is it?
It's sort of like perfectly head on, which I don't think is the best.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's fine. Once there's like market stalls and everything out, I think it'll go a lot better. It'll be a little better.
I'm gonna put a sign saying "The Koopa's boot" somewhere.
It's the fault of my ship, not your placement.
The Koopa's boot. Yeah. Hell yeah. And yeah, just whatever I need to sell but don't have a shop for, yeah, goes in the floor. I'm trying to decide if I want to go get food and bring it back up here, or if I want to go eat downstairs. I happen
We're
to.
gonna eat down there.
Mhm.
Would you still be willing to come over here real quick?
Yeah,
and
I can come
play
over real
the
quick.
issue?
Calm yourself! I may need to cut it just for noise reasons. Which for Maggie like just got on, or well, no, she maybe I don't know. I don't remember how long you've been on.
I think like 30-ish minutes.
Okay. Okay, what am I coming to see in the hell room?
So the hell room is I guess the main way to get up there is
It's through the
here.
smokestack hallway, which I have to say, love the smokestack hallway.
Yeah.
Everything looks really cool.
Thanks. So the
Uh-huh.
issue is that it's a room that, by nature of the boat turning on its side, has become vertical.
Mm-hmm.
It was a horizontal.
Oh dear lord, I see.
But it has become a vertical room. And
What
I'm
is
not
it?
sure what to do with the vertical room.
You could have it just be like a bunch of like ladders and rigging, maybe.
Maybe. But also, like chests fit in a vertical space. So that was my thought, which is why I chucked in a bunch of chests. It would be
Hello.
3 across, not 2 across.
Oh, what do you think of the copious boot? Or the copious butt? Or whatever the fuck you say it.
It's great.
I was asking Maggie because I don't think she'd said.
Oh,
It does look good. No, I did say.
I
My
couldn't
might
remember.
have picked me up.
I'm tired. Sorry, I
But
think
I
you
did
did say. I'm just forgetting things because I'm sleepy. Yeah, this is a nice little trade port area.
I hate compulsory vertical room.
I mean, you made the choice.
Well, but it's the only option. It's the only option that makes sense with the boat being on its side.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, I could. What the best thing I could do with it if I could turn it into a kelp or a sugar or a bamboo farm or something. You know.
This is gonna be inside soon, I think. I'm gonna build a big like sandcastle too, right next to this to act as the portal room. Where is like the actual specific spawn point? Is it in the castle?
I have no idea.
Oh!
Oh, I thought that was the command to save.
Uh-oh!
Hmm?
I think
Okay, let me
I
set
think
it to
Ori
where
just
I
set
think
the
of-
spawn in the boat.
I did. I do believe spawn was right like here.
Oh great, right by the mouth of the big scary cave.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was right here.
Did you just set your spawn point again?
Yeah, I set it. Well, I set it there
Why?
because that's where it originally was.
Oh, you had to, you can't just clear it, it like fully shifts it and doesn't remember the past one whenever you do that?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, if we're gonna be moving it anyway, maybe we put it in the castle.
Okay. Yeah. You can put it here.
Yeah.
Ow.
This is where culture began on the server.
Yeah.
I am gonna get some Stromboli and come back and eat here. But I think I am going to leave after I eat, go and do something with my parents this time.
Well,
Okay.
Minecraft vertical storage room.
You know, halfway down the stairs, I actually changed my mind. I think I am. Whoop! I pulled my headphones out.
Oh.
But I think I'm going to call the stream here. May reopen later, but we'll see. You know.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
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 Actually, I'm gonna close the stream first and then say bye.